and turn up the dial. This is Breakfast on the Bridge.
Good morning.
You're listening to Breakfast on the Bridge. Here are your hosts. I'm Leon.
I'm Kylie.
And I'm Audrey.
And if you're wondering why we started a little late this morning, we actually had a really big day. We have a big day in the radio program. Audrey,
Huge.
Audrey, tell us about it.
I will gladly tell you about it. So basically, everyone here had to get to the radio station very early because we were in the midst of producing and filming a video.
That's right. You heard that right.
For the Mercer Island
Breakfast of Champions. Also, this is going to be on our Instagram, I'm assuming, YouTube.
Yeah.
Find it anywhere. Leon, tell us about it. What do we do?
It was awesome. You know, we were showing the viewers what it's like a day in the life of a radio or a radio stationer of the bridge. You know, us three, we had a little part in it. It was pretty cool. I think we crushed it out of the ballpark, you know, telling the audience what it's like to be the host of the show you're listening to right now. So that is definitely pretty awesome.
I've never heard the phrase crushed it out of the ballpark, but I really like it.
It's actually a pretty common phrase, so I don't really know where you've been listening.
I feel like you say hit it out of the ballpark.
No.
Okay.
He crushed it.
Okay. He put a little Cal Rally on that, like, you know, Cal Rally.
Big dumper.
Big dumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was, speaking of the Mariners, actually.
Oh, dude, wow.
Wow. I mean, seriously.
No. Like, wow would not be the word I would describe the Mariners at the moment.
Okay, what would you describe the Mariners at the moment? Ball talk.
Okay, so I'll give you some ball talk knowledge. You know, me and Theo, ball talk.
Shout out Theo.
Live every Monday, 8 a.m. Make sure to tune in. Always, if you want to learn more ball. So we've been struggling a little bit. You know, we lost a series to the Angels. We just lost to the Rangers yesterday, 2-1.
It's not looking good as of right now.
It's not looking good. It's not looking bad. It's just, you know, you said crushed out of the ballpark, Cal Raleigh, and he hasn't been up to expectations. You know, it's hard following a good season, but there's no excuses for having your best guys in your lineup not producing.
Yeah.
And that's definitely one of the catalysts of so far. I wouldn't say it's a downfall. I wouldn't be worried if you're a fan. It's just something to look out for. You know, our bats haven't been there. We've had the end of the lineup doing better than the middle of the lineup where our best guys are supposed to be. So it's just a little concerning.
Yeah, and you know who has been having a good season so far? Cole Young.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great take, Audrey. Cole Young.
Shout out Cole Young.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball well.
And Brendan Donovan.
A new player here in town. You know, he was out with a strained groin for a few days. That's going day to day. But before that, he was, once again, exceeding expectations. Yeah. He's doing great. So it's these new names that are really
that you got to look out
sticking out for. Well, we knew Brett, he's an all-star, so he's going to be good. But Cole Young coming up.
He's young.
He's up and coming.
Get it?
Oh, I got it. Because his last name's Young.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Speaking of all this Mariners talk, we have so many sports going on the island, off the island, and we have Reese Hardesty. Is that how you say it? Hardesty? Yeah? Okay, she's going to be giving us our sports report. So over to you, Reese.
Hello, I'm Reese Hardesty. You're listening to KMIH 88.9 The Bridge, and I'm here with your sports update. March Madness has come to a close with the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship last night. University of Michigan took the win with a 69-63 victory over University of Connecticut at Lucas Oil Stadium. Michigan hasn't won a national championship in 37 years, so this victory was incredibly exciting for the team and the school. The Seattle Mariners lost 2-1 to the Texas Rangers yesterday in Arlington, Texas. The Mariners will be playing the Houston Astros on Friday, April 10th, with the opening pitch at 6:40 p.m. The Kraken had a similar luck to the Mariners and lost 4-2 to the Blackhawks on Saturday, April 4th. Today at 4 p.m., the puck will drop and the Seattle Kraken will take on the Minnesota Wild. Now for some high school sports updates. The Mercer Island girls tennis team plays Lake Washington at home today at 4 p.m. Boys soccer plays North Creek at 7:30 p.m. today, also at home. The Mercer Island badminton team is playing Issaquah away at Issaquah today. Show up at 4:30 p.m. to support the team. This is Reese Hardesty. Now back to the music and conversation that spans generations.
Thank you, Reese.
What a
We
sports
really
update.
appreciated that.
Yeah, that was awesome. So many good things going on right now. So tennis is playing.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, sure. So we're playing 3 matches this week. One is like 2 are non-conference. One is against Lake Washington, like the one that actually counts. But we are undefeated right now.
Let's
What?
go.
Go girls tennis.
Thank you.
You guys are crushing it out of the ballpark.
Thank you. I'm loving the new expression. I think it's really sticking today.
Yeah. So lots of sports, as we said. So many spring things going on right now. We have boys soccer, girls tennis, boys lacrosse, boys baseball, girls softball, golf.
You know, we have golf too. And by the way, guys, I have been getting into golf.
Good.
And I even have 2 golf lessons scheduled in Arizona. My grandparents got me 2 golf lessons. So I
That
think
is
it's like
awesome.
I'm getting into it now.
No, yeah, golf is one of the
It's really
sports
fun.
in life.
I'm
you
ready
gotta,
for the Masters, by the way.
Yeah.
This week.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped. Rip Tiger Woods. But it's
Yeah,
gonna-
Tiger Woods did get his second DUI.
or third.
Third?
Yep,
Wow, is that his third?
I believe it would be his third.
Yeah, so
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
unfortunate
Can't
to
say we're
see
surprised.
a legend go down.
Yeah. Also, but I'm excited for the Masters nonetheless. Who do you guys want to be the Masters champion?
Great question. I think I got Ludwig Oberg winning the Masters. I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys know who that is?
No.
Or Colin Morikawa. Those are my 2 picks.
Those
for
are pretty
winning.
niche, I feel like. What about you, Leon?
To be honest, I don't know golf very well, you know.
Yeah.
I love the hype around it. I love turning on the television and seeing the Masters, you know. It's hard not to be hype about the Masters, but I don't really have a guy I watch. I kind of just watch the boys strike the ball, and it's fun.
Totally. I'm right there with you.
So I don't know. I'll be honest, you know, as a ball talker myself, I'm a little disappointed to say that I don't have ball knowledge in this area.
That's okay.
As we talk about
okay.
all sorts of things. You know, we had curling, we had cricket, we had the Piston Cup champion debate. You know, we talk about all sorts of things.
Yeah.
The fact that I don't know this, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I can hold down the fort.
Yeah, Audrey's got this covered.
Mhm.
I love a good Sunday Masters spring
Of
break.
course.
It's
Oh
always
my
spring
gosh,
break.
yeah. You're going to be in Palm Springs.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I'm going to Desert, because that's where my grandparents live. Just gonna go visit, you know. They're gonna golf. I'll sit by the pool. That's kind of it.
Good time.
Yeah,
Good
what about
time.
you guys? What are you doing for spring break?
I'm going to Tennessee for lacrosse.
Ah, classic.
Yeah, you know, we go to the east. For
Are you going to
lacrosse.
Nashville?
Nashville is correct.
Whoa.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
You guys should check out Vanderbilt.
Yeah, the school in Nashville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Vanderbilt's great.
What about you, Audrey? Where are you headed?
I'm going to Arizona to visit my grandparents.
yeah,
They live in
golfing.
Scottsdale. So it's really beautiful. It's like one of my favorite places, actually. Even though I go, it's kind of a joke because I go there for Thanksgiving every year.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'll go for winter break. Sometimes we'll go for midwinter. And we always go for spring break. So I feel like I'm there all the time.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So I'm excited for that. It's supposed to be really beautiful, like in the 80s.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we gave a little bit review of the sports when Reese gave us a fantastic sports report, but we kind of skipped over a pretty big thing in the world.
What is it?
The national championship
Oh my
happened
gosh.
yesterday.
Yeah, go
know.
blue.
How'd you
Go
guys?
blue.
My family had my dad had a watch party.
Aw.
He's gotten really into Michigan.
Oh, so you guys
So-
are a big Michigan fan?
Yeah, we are.
That's fun.
That's
fun.
Your brother goes
yeah,
to
my brother
Michigan.
goes to Michigan,
What?
and
Yeah.
so we're fans now, you know.
Yeah, totally.
And so it's a really good time. We've gotten invested into the basketball, and it was a great win last night.
yeah, that was awesome.
Elliot Cadeau with the MVP.
Yeah, that was awesome. I thought it was just, it almost made me cry a little bit. Just they seemed so happy, and I think
know.
they deserved it. You know, I would say UConn. I mean, great fight. You know, they're kind of like overrated in my opinion. I think Michigan was more exciting.
I think overrated would be a very strong word.
Well, not overrated,
as they were not really expected to make
No,
the Final Four.
but like
less
everyone wanted
the
them to win.
championship.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they were the underdog.
Yeah, but like,
So overrated would probably
They've
be an
won
inaccurate
before.
term to describe them.
okay, my fault.
But it's still UConn. It's Dan Hurley. Like they're always going to find a way to win.
yeah, exactly.
And you know, was it Braden or Brandon Mullins who hit the 3-pointer
The
to win
game
against
winner
Duke?
against Duke.
So
Yeah,
that was
anything's
awesome.
possible.
you know, he did not do very good. You know, he hit the
Last
game
night.
winner, but in that game, he was, 1 for 5 from beyond the perimeter. And then last night, I didn't
Yeah.
see much of him.
There were tons of plays like that just throughout March Madness. Like from St. John's, Dylan Darling hit that layup after he didn't make a single shot the whole game. And then also,
And
I
then-
forget his name, the guy from High Point.
Yeah,
was
first
his
2
first
point of
two-pointer.
the career.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that was crazy.
That was bananas.
That was bananas. Who did you guys have winning the whole? Did you guys make a bracket?
Yeah, I made a lot of brackets.
Did you have Michigan
get a
winning?
perfect
Yes,
bracket?
I did.
No.
No. Oh, was there a perfect bracket that remained?
Yeah, here on Ball Talk, me and Theo, I think, are 3 years going straight. I believe that's right. So
Of a perfect bracket?
yeah, it's on
Mhm.
paper, so people don't really believe us, but it's true.
I do have a hard time believing that.
Me
but,
too.
Because March Madness is just so unpredictable.
It's
like
madness.
it is madness.
But guess what?
There will never be a perfect bracket.
Mm-mm.
I
There-
disagree.
There never has been.
There never has been, but if you look at past brackets and like brackets now, there's with like money becoming such a big factor in NIL, like the good teams get the good money, you know, or the good teams get the good players because they
Yeah.
have a lot of money to spend. So you
Mhm.
could even see it this year. There's way less like quote unquote Cinderellas than there has been in the past because the second there's a good team on a good player on a mid-major team, they just get snagged up by
That-
one of the
Yeah.
Power 4 teams.
That does make me actually. I wanted to announce, guys, some news. I don't know if you heard about this. Maybe you did, Leon. But the coach of the Denver Nuggets is going to be the coach of UNC basketball now.
I did not
Oh
hear
my
that.
Yeah,
That
he
is
just got the
pretty
job
cool.
yesterday. So it's one of the biggest jobs that you can get in basketball to coach UNC. And you never think of professionals going down to college. It's usually college coaches and
Yeah.
players going to the professionals. But yeah, it's crazy, huh?
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
we're on the topic of college versus professional sports, and I think this is a very fun debate. Which one do you prefer to watch, college or professional sports?
College.
I would say college too.
Yeah.
I
For
think
basketball.
it's college.
I don't
yeah.
like. I mean, after watching March Madness, it's hard for me to watch NBA games now because they're just boring.
No, I agree. I feel like the only time I am watching like basketball is college, like March Madness. I just don't think it's fun to like watch NBA, especially in Seattle right now. We don't have like
I
a
agree.
team.
It's also
but-
much quieter. Like my dad and brother went to a Suns game, and they were saying how it's like there's always music, there's always like noise going on. They never just quiet down and let
like them
like
play.
let the players play. There's always like something stimulating that's going on while they're
Yeah.
playing. So it's kind of nice about college. You can just like watch the game without having to
Yeah.
worry about like music and like ads and stuff.
Yeah. I also think watching college football is more like, in my opinion, is more fun to watch than like NFL.
Do you have a favorite team?
The Husky. Well, actually, I don't know because it's like, where am I going to college next year? That'll be my favorite team. So we'll see, actually. But it has been the Washington Huskies. What about you? What do you think, Leon? You agree that college is better?
Yeah, I think
Or
college
more
is
fun to
better.
watch.
I think definitely basketball
Is the most fun?
is no. I think definitely college basketball is way more fun to watch than pro
Yeah.
basketball. Football, I used to like way more because I was my team's in the Pac-12, and so it was fun to watch because the Pac-12 was very competitive. But now, with the Pac-12 breaking up,
Yeah.
I don't see the same appeal because you're playing teams that you don't play every year. There's so many teams in each conference, and you don't have those rivalries. So me personally, I'm starting to not like college football as much as I used to.
What was your team?
the Golden Bears?
Berkeley.
Yeah,
Oh.
Go Bears.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I it took me a second there. I was like, what is he talking about?
Wait, they're like nemesis, like their biggest rival is Stanford. Yeah.
The big game. Yeah, I went to the big game this year.
You
Really?
did?
Yeah, it was at Stanford. It was.
Didn't
You're
Stanford
actually repping right now.
I'm repping right now.
That's wait, so why is that your team?
Both my parents went there.
Oh, that's do you want to go there?
Yeah, that's way above my. It's a
Don't
very.
put it out. You could act.
Yeah,
you could
you
get
can
in.
you can get in.
Yeah.
It's
Be,
all
like,
about
positive.
majors now. Wherever whatever
That is the
major you
talk of
apply.
town.
Yes. You can get anywhere. Just choose a smart major. Or if your dream school is like Berkeley, you could apply to like a very not constrained major.
Kinesiology or
Yeah.
something.
Exactly. And that still sounds cool. So it doesn't really
And
matter.
that's
Kinesiology
cool.
is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn up. So I guess we all agree that college we
Wait,
all agree
I
that
didn't
college
finish.
basketball
I didn't
is
finish.
better than NBA.
Yeah,
but
we agree.
I
you don't-
love pro baseball.
oh, valid. I mean, as we were just talking about the Mariners.
The
Guys,
Mariners,
the Mariners stadium, like right now, have you guys been to any games in the past?
Not yet.
The game I went to, it was 2 weekends ago. It was so it was a Saturday night game, so obviously there's gonna be people there. It was also opening weekend. But walking through, you can walk around like the perimeter, get the food and stuff
the
from the inside.
concourse, some would say.
Yeah. It was so crowded that you were shoulder to shoulder with everyone, and it came to a stop. Traffic came to a stop.
Like you can
People
walk.
were jumping over to get into the seats so they could just cross. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's one thing I would say is like I love living in Seattle for the sports. I think that like when we for example the Super Bowl, like we all skipped school. We were sick on the Super Bowl parade. Like it was
Yeah.
I just think that it's like electric here when we are doing good in
It
sports
is.
because it normally doesn't come around that often, I feel like. So like for example, when the Mariners were doing so good, it was just alive in the city.
Oh
I
my
feel
gosh,
like.
that 1 13-inning game.
Oh my
I
god, that
was-
was insane.
I was visiting my brother in Michigan, and so it's 3 hours ahead, so the game went to like 2 a.m.
and you stayed up.
Yeah, we stayed up, but it was crazy. I was like, when is this thing gonna end?
It was never ending. I remember that so well, and like it finally ended. So exciting.
I think, shout out Andrew Helms. He took me to that game. It was,
You were there?
What?
It was pretty fun. I think it was
Oh.
actually 15 innings. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Actually,
Wait, I
don't
think
know.
it was 13.
Are you sure?
Was that
Uh,
like the most amazing like live sports game
Yeah.
you've been to?
Yeah, maybe it was 13. I thought it was 15, but it's probably 13. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was
Jorge Polanco?
Jorge Polanco with a walk-off single. That was so fun. It was great. Everyone was standing the whole time. You look across and there's just people everywhere. It was a great time.
Yeah, totally. Would you say that how many times do you think you did the wave? You know what I'm saying? The wave?
0, I think.
What? I feel like
They don't like the wave. You haven't heard this?
Why?
I always do the wave
Yeah.
at Mariners games.
The-
Like literally at least 3 times.
The wave is a. The wave is a. The wave is a distraction. Some people don't like the wave, so.
That is just I don't think Leon is right.
No, I'm being so serious.
Have you been to when's the last time when is the last time
Well-
you've been to a Mariners game and you haven't done the wave?
It's like a thing. People don't like the wave.
Everyone likes the wave.
I-
He's making this up.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
no
not
way.
making it up.
Boo. Anyways, so yeah, I would agree that
I mean, I like the wave.
I don't really watch college baseball though. Sorry, back on
No,
this
I don't.
topic.
I don't.
I've heard.
I don't really think it's on my TV even.
I've heard what's it called? I've heard the College World Series is a fun one,
Oh yeah, that's normally on my TV. I feel like,
but other than that,
yeah. I would say like football, basketball. I prefer to watch college.
college is fun.
When the Seahawks are doing well, the NFL is super fun in my opinion. But that's just like I'm biased.
I like watching football a lot.
Yeah, football I think I think football and baseball might be tied. I think baseball games are fun.
Like baseball games are fun to go to, and they're only fun to watch when it's in the playoffs.
Baseball
Yeah,
games,
that's-
that's such a bold take. You gotta stick with them the whole season.
No, like I'm always gonna be rooting for the Mariners, but the game is more of an experience. I'm not gonna like get as invested in the game unless it's postseason.
just
or
because
nearing
there's so
postseason.
at least right now there's so many games and we're just at the start. So like, it doesn't really matter yet.
That's why it's so awesome though. It's America's pastime. sit down, turn on the television, and have some baseball in the background.
Eat a hot dog.
Eat a hot dog. Obviously, you're going to root for your team. And, people think there's so many games, it doesn't matter. But yet, every single year, it comes down to the last couple of games. It comes down to the wire on who's going to make the playoffs. And me personally, I want the Mariners to not come down to the wire. It's fun, but I want to be so dominant. I want us to win
every game.
Every game. I want us to go 162-0.
I mean, who doesn't want that?
Exactly. Unfortunately, we've already lost a couple of games.
True.
I think we've lost 6 games.
I think we're at 7 or 8. Because we were 4-6 on Monday.
And then we lost.
And I think I don't know.
That's all right. That's all right. It's just the start. It's just the start. I saw that we were predicted to go to the World Series.
We are?
Yeah.
We were second on Kalshi. We were second most rated to win the World Series like a month ago.
What we need is the Etsy witch to basically just put us back in the spell.
Yes, please. Okay, we have been talking about sports for maybe a little too long, and we have so many other things to touch on. So first, we're gonna play our community calendar, and we're gonna go straight into our what happened today in history, and then we're gonna get a little news report from Alon Baumgarten, the GOAT.
The Alon Baumgarten?
Alon Baumgarten.
Alon Baumgarten.
Wow.
So here is our community calendar of the week.
Welcome to the Community Calendar, a weekly segment going into the news and events happening right here on Mercer Island. I'm Maggie Anderson reporting for this week. If you or someone you know is between ages 6 and 18 and has interest in theater, then be sure to check out Youth Theater Northwest's upcoming audition slots. YTN is hosting auditions today and tomorrow, the 8th, at varying time slots between 4 and 8 p.m. on site. The shows for summer stock are Legally Blonde the Musical Junior, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and Summer of Horror. If you're looking to get creative and have some fun over the summer, then be sure to check out more information on how to prepare and sign up at youththeater.org. This Saturday, the 11th, Mercer Island City Hall is hosting a fun and eco-friendly event where you can safely dispose of your unwanted paint. They will be accepting all architectural latex to oil-based paints, essentially anything you'd use to paint or seal a house. A team of experts will be on hand to guide you through the process and ensure everything is properly recycled. Visit www.mercerisland.gov for registration information and more specifics on what to bring. Sunday, April 12th, the Mercer Island Library is hosting a rock painting event from 3 to 4 p.m., and anyone above age 3 is welcome, and registration is free. Feel free to stop by for some creative fun in the sun. Rocks and art supplies will be provided, and while supplies last, but kids are welcome to bring their own special rock to decorate if they would like. And although the Mercer Island Farmers Market is on a break during the winter and spring season, you can still get your weekly dose of fun at the Capitol Hill Farmers Market, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sundays year-round. It's on East Barbara Bailey Way in Capitol Hill, Seattle, and is filled with so many shops, food, clothes, jewelry, and more. Now let's get back to Breakfast on the Bridge.
Okay, thank you, Maggie. I love this segment every week. We always get so much information on what's going on in the community. So one thing that stuck out to me in this community calendar was the rock painting. I love a good rock painting moment. I used to love it as a kid. So much fun. You make your little ladybug.
Takes me back to COVID times. Did you guys ever paint rocks during COVID?
Yeah. Anything just to
pass the time.
Pass the time.
Painting rocks is so awesome.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get straight into our what happened today in history because I feel like
we
that's
should know.
Along with the community calendar, you got to know these things. So, let's hear it from Will Prock right now.
Science protects us.
Science gives us a future.
Science heals us.
Science guides us.
Hello, my name is Will Prock and I'm back with what happened today in history.
Global public health underwent a sea of change on April 7th, 1948, when the World Health Organization, abbreviated as WHO, was formally founded. Following World War II, countries realized that international collaboration was crucial and that sickness had no geographical boundaries. The World Health Organization was established as a specialized agency of the United Nations, with specific goals of promoting health, ensuring global security, and helping those in need. At the time, the Declaration of Health as a fundamental human right in its own constitution was daring and a revolutionary proposal. The WHO swiftly emerged as a key player in raising life expectancy and health standards globally, influencing the direction of medicine and international cooperation, from fighting infectious diseases to organizing responses to global health emergencies. I'm Will Proc, now back to the music on 88.9 The Bridge.
Thank you, Will, for that amazing update. For those of you who don't know it, it's called What Happened Today in History. We do it once a week, and it really helps us travel back in time to get, just another extra dose of news. It all kind of correlates. We did community calendars, that's some local news, What Happened Today in History, just giving us some context of the time. But now, my favorite segment we have, Elon Baumgarten with our news segment. Take it away.
You're listening to KMIH 88.9 The Bridge. This is Alon Baumgarten with your latest news headlines. The United States has struck Karg Island as we approach President Trump's deadline for the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Karg Island is critical to the economic success of Iran. It is key to their ability to export oil. The United States struck Karg Island back in March, hitting each military target, and again struck it earlier this week. Shots were fired inside an American consulate in Toronto early this morning. No casualties have been reported yet. Local law enforcement suspects 2 men who ran in a white Honda CRV. As Operation Epic Fury continues, American embassies are reinforced and Americans have been warned to leave 14 Middle Eastern countries. The Israeli consulate in Istanbul had a similar occurrence, with one of the gunmen dead after engaging with armed security forces outside the building. And now moving to local news, Lake Stevens School District will be paying out a multi-million-dollar lawsuit to a former student, now 19 years old. The lawsuit alleged that the school failed to prevent a teacher from grooming her. Mark Hine, the math teacher who groomed her, allegedly, had been targeting her since she was a sophomore. He was reported to school officials back in 2022, but they failed to take appropriate action. This comes after Mercer Island School District was served a $13.4 million lawsuit over former English teacher Curtis Johnston's alleged sexual abuse. And now a look at the weather. We'll be approaching 60 degrees with lows at 41. It's clear skies all week until Saturday, when we have a chance of rain. We'll be batting nearly 70 degrees by Friday, with daily lows approaching 50. This is Alon Baumgarten, and you're listening to KMIH 88.9 The Bridge, where music and conversations span generations.
Thank you, Alon. That was fantastic. We really appreciated the news update. What did you guys think? Any thoughts on that one?
A lot of thoughts, actually. So much information given to us by Alon. What are you thinking, Leon?
Yeah. Lots of information, some not so positive.
Yeah.
There's some, looks like...
Speaking of our $13.4 million lawsuit.
Looks like we had another one similar over across the waters at Lake Washington School District. Becoming way too common.
Yeah.
And way too comfortable for people to hear.
Common.
It's not
just
okay.
Insane that this is normalized at this point. I don't even think people were shocked when our most recent one came out about a soccer coach at our school, or used to work at our school.
Which is sad that was the response,
Yeah.
Because, after it happens more than a couple times, it just starts to think about, what's going on internally, inside the school.
Exactly. And how are we continuously having stuff like this happen in one place, in one school? You gotta think. I don't know. It makes you think. Who are we hiring? Who is in charge of hiring these people?
It makes you rethink a lot of the connections at the school, because a lot of these people were once seen as trusted adults to students. So it's definitely hard as a student to have to hear about it happening at other places as well. But we know what those students are going through.
Yeah, it's really hard. I feel like I don't think that our administration is addressing stuff like this enough. I think that we're kind of pushing it under the rug at this point, and like this is what our 5th in 1 year.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, I don't even
We need to be doing a better job at how we deal with this.
I think there should be some better way of handling stuff like that. You can't just send out an email and call it a day, I feel like.
I also think that, like, there's a lot of type of redirection from staff to get us to use the Say Something app. But, we're yet to see if that is really being taken accounted for.
Yeah, yeah, and why can't, like now we're kind of at a point where it's like, okay, yeah, I guess I only have the app because I can't trust any of my teachers. So
yeah,
it's hard.
It's hard.
And what do we do with this? And how are we paying for this lawsuit is the biggest question.
Honestly,
we are already struggling in the finances, I would say, at our school. So $13.4 million lawsuit is not ideal.
What do you think, Leon?
I'm speechless.
Seriously. I mean, look at this guy. Speechless.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's unsettling.
It's really hard. It's hard to find words to describe what's going on. And yeah, with the money too, like it's gonna affect students who have already been like, it's just terrible.
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal, and I think there's got to be some way that, like, something that our school does to address all the multiple.
Absolutely.
Multiple.
And it's
I
like,
remind you.
we're going to be curious to see what happens in the future, because you're obviously, Kylie is a senior, so she will be saying goodbye in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So really, like, what does the next year bring for Leon and I as we become seniors, but also the grades below us?
Yeah. And also I would say, speaking of some things going on at our school, I've recently caught word of the fact that tardies are now going to be affecting grades next year. And
oh my gosh.
It kind of makes you think, like, what is our school focusing on?
Let's focus, and I would have to agree, because just one more thing, I saw this in the school newspaper yesterday. It was about AI. I think that we need to be doing a better job with, instead of just having pretty much everything on our laptops is banned. We were talking about this morning, even Schoology sometimes gets, like, what's called Content Keeper, because they have so many, like, bandwidths on the computer and firewalls. But I honestly think that the school could be doing a better job teaching us about the importance of AI and how to use it in a good way. Yeah. Rather than just banning it and making, like, you can't just avoid it. It's the future.
Yeah, it's like we're not little kids anymore, I would say, and like you can't just block everything from our devices, because like we're going to the real world, and like you got to teach us how to focus at times when we need to, and like use AI in a way that helps, because I know my teachers use AI to help them.
Oh my gosh.
All of them use it. Which is totally makes sense. It's very helpful, but they should be encouraging us to use it in a way that's not plagiarism and stuff like that.
There's actually a college essay for Michigan where they have you use AI to write it, and then you have to like write about like where it went right and where it went wrong and stuff. So it kind of is showing how like AI is really the future of what we're doing.
Oh, totally, fully. We
could
get
fully duped AI.
Yeah, it's so juice, but we could get really deep into AI, but I don't think we need to.
We do not need to.
I think that I personally was wondering like what Econ for All is thinking right now.
Econ for All is always coming at us with some just spectacular knowledge, and right now I think Mr. Lozelle has some incredible information to share with the rest of us. So
I'm right there
let's
with you.
take a listen. Why not?
All right, let's do it.
Hi, I'm Luke, and you're listening to Econ for All. For the first time in over 50 years, humans are heading toward the moon. Artemis 2 is a 10-day, 4-astronaut mission set to fly around the moon and back. The mission's goal is to validate life support, navigation, and heat shield systems for future deep space human exploration. Today, I'll consider the economic implications of this mission. Let's look at the costs and potential benefits. First, the costs. The per launch cost is roughly $4.1 billion for the rocket and capsule. The overall cost of the rocket, technology, and crew systems is estimated at over $90 billion. What are the potential benefits and future goals? Artemis 2 is a massive collaborative effort. It supports over 37,000 jobs across the U.S. and drives technological innovation. Beyond the space mission, the goal for Artemis is eventually to build a permanent moon base designed to to utilize the scientific and economic value of the lunar surface. If the 10-day Artemis 2 trip is successful, they're looking at a 2027 mission testing the commercial leaders for SpaceX and Blue Origin. NASA's Pamela Melroy says that it's not just a race to put boots on the ground, it's a race for values, establishing how humans will live and operate in the solar system. So, while this mission is expensive, this 10-day trip is just the start of a projected $140 billion lunar economy. NASA hopes this investment will build a new era with a permanent moon base to unlock scientific and economic developments. They're talking about new jobs, tech advancements, and even mining for resources like water ice, which could be turned into rocket fuel. Not everyone is supportive of the space mission, and critics question the opportunity cost and argue that the billions spent provide limited scientific return compared to cheaper, more advanced robotic missions that could be funded instead. Other critics argue that the estimated $93 billion over 13 years for the overall Artemis program should be directed toward pressing issues on Earth, such as healthcare or climate change. I'm Luke, and you're listening to Econ for All.
Wow, I love Econ for All, especially just learning about the Artemis, the Artemis 2, was it? The rocket that is currently, it's a 10-day journey. I talked about this on my podcast, actually, and how it's just circling the moon in its orbit. It's not going on the moon, but, it takes 4 days for them to get to the moon. So, it's a really interesting trip.
Would you go to the moon if you could go to the moon?
Absolutely not.
Probably not. I don't think.
It's terrifying to me.
What?
It's so terrifying.
That is terrifying to me. Like, think about it. You're leaving our planet.
But it's the moon.
Yes, the moon is
you
super
could jump
cool.
so high.
That's true. If I was like super brave and like adventurous, I mean, like maybe.
I think I'd
Maybe.
wanna go
You think
to the
you
moon.
would? I don't know. That is scary.
It's
like
so scary.
the way that rockets like blast off.
It's so true, Kylie.
Yeah, it's just
like
stresses me out, honestly. But I think this is really cool. What the U.S. is, what Luke was talking about, is awesome. I think like if you guys haven't seen the photos yet of the
Check
new,
'em out.
like the new photos of the planets, they're like insanely clear. It looks like better than my eye vision. Like it's actually insane.
I know.
And like the fact that I don't know, when I was looking at it, it kind of like just brings things into perspective. Yeah, like we're just floating.
That's what the astronauts were actually saying aboard the Artemis. They were saying, like, you might think that we're special because we're the ones who are, like, currently circling the moon. But it's, like, really makes you appreciate life on Earth, too.
Yeah.
Because how crazy is that? In the midst of nothing, we have, like, a planet that gives us
And
life.
like we're all moving and breathing and living like on this planet.
Yeah.
You know, puts stuff into perspective, what really matters in life.
That's true.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super awesome. Shout out NASA.
Shout out NASA.
You guys
for
are
getting it done once
We
again.
love an interview. Yeah.
Yeah, Breakfast on the Bridge is available anytime you want.
And Ball Talk.
And Ball
I'm
Talk.
sure we have connection to get us
World.
to the moon.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how good we are.
I know the
Imagine
NASA
the bridge. Imagine the bridge
Mobile?
goes
intergalactic.
Galactic.
That's my dream. Take the bridge mobile to the moon.
That'd be so
awesome. But speaking of things getting put into perspective, living life, you gotta live to the fullest, I feel like.
the sunshine.
And the sunshine is such a big part of that, our world orbits the
The
sun.
sun. And guess what?
And-
Guess what?
Guess where what?
It's been sunny lately.
Yes.
And wow, when I tell you it changes everything, the sun changes
It
everything.
seriously
You're so right.
does.
It really changes your mood. Like, you're so much happier.
You're instantly happier, and not only that, everyone around you's happier. It makes
So true.
everything easier and everything more fun.
Especially in Seattle. I would say the sunshine, like when it comes,
Everybody's out and
is so
about.
much happier than normal. And that's what I love about it here. Like, we get so much rain and bad weather, but when it's sunny, like everyone is like outside and walking around.
Hugging cute,
yeah.
in the
Totally.
grass. With
Yesterday
your
was a little
friends.
humid, too. Like, it was
Yeah.
sunny, but it was a little humid, too, so it was really nice.
It was like summer, and it just like, it makes you think, baseball, America,
true.
Hot dogs. Brought it up again.
Wow, you must really like hot dogs.
Yeah, I love a good hot dog
Me
on
too.
like 4th of July.
You know what the best is?
What?
Have you ever had a hot dog from heaven?
Oh
No,
my!
but
I've
oh
never
my
caught
gosh,
one.
That's what I saw, Leon. I saw that they're getting rid of those.
No.
they're not.
Are they? I saw that they're doing carrots now because hot
As a-
dogs are bad. I
as
hope
a,
that was April Fool's.
as a former
Boring.
I
employee,
hope that was April Fool's because I saw
Actually,
that they're
not a
dropping
former.
carrots now instead of hot dogs.
As a current employee of the Mariners, I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you actually?
he works at.
What do you do there?
I don't really know. I just kind of like walk around and like say hi to people.
Do you get paid?
Wait, yeah, you get paid
Yeah.
to say hi to people?
No, I like like when they do like promotions and stuff. Like the bobbleheads.
Oh yeah.
I like will help give out a bobblehead. And have you ever been to like the kids corner, or
Yeah.
the fast
Mhm.
pitch, or the like those people in T-Mobile vests who are walking
Mhm.
around? That's me.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Do you get like? Is it a good gig? Like, do you
Great gig.
do you get like? Do you work a lot of the games?
Yeah, like last year when it started to get close to the end of the year with like playoffs coming up, the games were super packed,
Yeah.
and obviously I wanted to watch, so I would go work like almost every single shift, and the games got off in the 7th inning, so you could just like hear the rest of the game, maybe stand up on the concourse and watch the last couple innings. It's
That's
super
awesome.
fun.
Do you
Yeah.
do it with any
awesome.
of your friends?
No.
Okay, well you're
Just a
still
solo job.
living the life.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys. Do you have a favorite place to sit at the Mariner Stadium? Because I
Yes.
recently sat at the like 200s level, and that was really
I
nice.
was gonna say 200
like the
level
Terrace
is
Club
my-
area is so nice.
Terrace Club area is a nice, and especially when you get like the padded seats.
Oh my god, yes.
Those
that
are
was the
so
last
much more
time.
comfortable. And then you're also like near a good area of like food, and it's not too far away, which I would say is pretty ideal. What do you think,
Yeah.
Leon?
That's pretty cool.
Mm.
I like the Terrace Club. I don't know if I've ever sat there, but I know where it is. It has good food. But I think it depends on the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like
True.
being on first base, third base line. It's a great view of the ballpark. It's fun.
I mean, yeah.
You're in foul
You can't
ball
complain.
territory. You can't complain. Even if you're up there. One time I've been up in the top deck, 300s.
Me
and
too.
I've been on the line. It's still a great view. But one time, I've only ever done this once, and I'm upset I've only done it once because it was awesome. I was in outfield, and usually you wouldn't think outfield's cool. And obviously it's not the best view of the ballpark, but it was like a 1 o'clock on a Sunday. It was just like such a vibe to be out
Classic.
there. There's grass in front of you, you're watching it.
Did you get
The
any ball? Like, did you get a ball?
No, I didn't, sadly. That would be really awesome.
Yeah.
I want to try getting into the Diamond Club.
Me too.
Because my mom did that for work once, and they have so much food, like
Oh,
free
they have
food,
food
ice
for
cream, like
days,
Sundays,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
All part
that
of it.
might be the
The
strat.
play, yeah.
That might be method right there. I've never been there before, but
That's fully juice.
yeah, that would be
Major
juice.
dubs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fully. Not even slights at all. So anyways, what would you guys say, like speaking of sun, baseball, all these things, what would you guys say is highlight of spring? And do you like spring actually?
spring is my
I
favorite.
love
One of my
spring.
favorite seasons.
Yeah, I
actually.
actually like I
Because-
used to be a spring hater, but honestly, it might be top 2.
It is because it's
Might
definitely
be
top,
top
2.
4. Might slide in there at the 4.
It could be top 4. You're right. But what's nice is that you're like at school, which is really nice. But at the same time, the weather is really good.
Yeah.
So people, it's just like good vibes.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's the best part of school cuz like you kind of don't care anymore and like it's sunny out and everyone's happy to like be close to summer and like the anticipation to summer is so exciting every year and then like you get to summer and like it's obviously awesome to be in summer, but like I think like May is just such a good month because it's like the summer preview
right.
and you still like see everyone every day and like in my opinion school is like not really mattering anymore.
So true. After like the second week of May.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay, you don't like
Okay.
May?
I love May, but that's when school ramps up. Like,
Well, I guess
you have
junior
After
year.
AP
you have
testing.
your AP test, you have so much stuff going on in May. I think once you get past May, I think once you get to that, I guess it's almost summer, but middle, end of May, I think that's the best because that's once it starts to be like, oh, this is summer with school.
Yeah.
And once school, because I also play lacrosse, and lacrosse usually, I think it ends the end of May. And I love lacrosse, so it's fun to play during the spring, but it's kind of hard to enjoy the same enjoyment as everyone else because you just don't have that much time.
I was going to say, I think May is so awesome because it's like, for me, it's senior year May, and that's like, you're decided. Everyone knows where they're going to school, and so it's like, what really matters? I mean, I'm not getting kicked out.
Yeah, and you have, graduation and prom.
Yeah, it's all the exciting
that's quite the
things.
lineup for you.
Oh yeah, totally.
You
But I get
excited
what
for
you're
that?
saying. I'm so excited. I'm feeling a little bittersweet, but I'm excited for sure. Okay, well, we have just talked your guys' ears off, and
But we've enjoyed it.
we've enjoyed it. We've talked about so many things, so much sports talk. We had sports from Reese. We had news with Alon. We had our Today in History, Econ for All, community calendar, all the good things. Make sure to tune in every Tuesday for more episodes like this. You'll hear a little bit more features here and there, but we had a shorter episode due to that awesome filming of that video. So stay tuned. Follow along on our Instagram and YouTube to see that. But I'm Kylie.
I'm Leon.
And I'm Audrey.
And we've been your hosts this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and make sure to stay tuned on 88.9 The Bridge. You're on KMIH, 88.9 The Bridge, and let's keep it rolling.